Right, so this is about Tech Dive 1, responding to the feedback. So if I look at the feedback here, it looks like what I needed was a how-to video, an on-ramp for beginners, UDL elements, TEM, a one-pager, and a mini demo lesson. So for the one-page resource, I made this in Docs. And then I made a QR code with curated resources. So if you scan that, there is one that says like um, a quick guide for beginners or like essential LaTeX commands, something that's like explicitly targeted to people who are new to it. And then the rest are just links that I highlight on my portfolio. I've also shown here like why you would want to use LaTeX, this picture here, just sort of like, introduce you. My how-to video is here. It's linked. This is all on my presentation materials page. If you go under LaTeX Tech Dives, it's all right here. For the strengths and weaknesses, I already had that. Integration with the TEM, I pulled this off of something we did in class, and I rated the use of the TEM, or the use of LaTeX on all these different levels. So for active here, there's a lot of uses here. I think that because there's so many different things you can do with LaTeX, things I have not even explored, like writing a resume, making a summary of like research findings, all of those different things. I think that really makes it at adaption level. For collaborative learning, I know that there is ways for like teachers and document owners to collaborate in LaTeX, but for students, I guess the trick with this tech is that I don't necessarily know that I see students using this. For me, this is more of a tool that teachers would use to help enhance classroom learning because notes are displayed more cohesively. They're easier for students to read, all of those things. I think that this is really a teacher-centered tool. For constructive learning, I think that there is just so much about LaTeX that forces you to really understand what's happening with whatever it is you're doing, with the math, with the science, whatever. And part of that is because like you're learning how to translate your knowledge into a new format. So by doing that, you're enhancing your understanding of the material because you're learning how to translate this into a document that includes all these math symbols. You have to grapple with, okay, wait, which way does the less than or equal sign go? So that way I can type the correct one, right? That's a misunderstanding that I have corrected using LaTeX. I was like, I don't really remember which one is officially like the less than sign. And I figured it out using LaTeX. So even though I'm 20 years old and I learned about, comparing things in the sixth grade, I'm still revisiting that knowledge and relearning it. As far as authentic learning, again, I think this is something that depends on how you're using LaTeX. If you're using this to type guided notes and homeworks and, tests, then I think that it's really a matter of, are you writing problems that connect students' learning to things beyond the math classroom? So I think that that's variable. I don't think LaTeX immediately has a connection to authentic learning unless the teacher puts in some effort. As far as goal-directed, I think that it's probably in an adaption level. Let's see, let me read this here. Yeah, again, there's, you can use LaTeX for all sorts of different resources. On my portfolio here, I said that, you have these templates which can be helpful to scaffold your own learning as a teacher. And then because of just the amount of freedom you have, I think that allows you to really use this to meet your goals, whether that is to make it easier for when a substitute comes because your notes are already online. You can just email them or upload them or however that works, right? Or whether that's, using LaTeX to write your own resume. Maybe you want to get another job, right? There's all these different things. So I think that really fits it for goal-directed. And then finally here we have UDL. So I evaluated it based on the 3 criteria of UDL, which is action and expression, representation, and engagement. I think for action and expression, because LaTeX integrates nicely with platforms like GeoGebra, I don't know why it keeps going black. I think that this makes it multimodal, and then also students can have like the online version of whatever it is and a physical copy, again, multimodal. For representation, we have text, we have images, we have graphs, we have hyperlinks, we have all of these different things where you can help build scaffolds for student learning. Also, because this is online and text in your document can be rendered as a PDF, students can integrate this with like a text-to-speech software. They can zoom in. There's all these things that make it more accessible for them. And then I think those hyperlinks are really powerful because you can link a student back to another document of yours. You can link them to a running vocabulary list. You can link them to Khan Academy or some other outside resource that will help them better construct their knowledge. Finally, for engagement, a big appeal to me is the visual appeal. Like I have in my one-pager, it just makes things look a lot easier for the student to take in. And that's because the organization and presentation of material is clearer. So those are the UDL TIM one-pager. As far as a mini demo lesson, I think that the best would probably be under Learning Goal 2, which is how to create guided notes. This is on my portfolio. There is a whole section about why on earth you want to use guided notes. There is a video of me walking you through how to create guided notes. I have created a template that you don't even have to do anything with. You can literally just go to overleaf.com, sign in, open this template, and type away. And then there's also step-by-step here in words for what you want to do. So I think that is the best thing to a mini lesson. I think if you want to get into LaTeX, perhaps doing something like that, creating guided notes would be a good entry point.